Hello everybody and welcome once again to the Sporting Kings on this Western Regional Drivers Challenge Day here at Fraser Downs. And to begin the program, we're going to visit with one of the drivers who actually drove in the finals last year of this amazing challenge. It's Scott Knight, owner, trainer, driver. We visited with him at his barn, and as you're about to see, you're going to learn some stuff that even I didn't know about when it came to standardbred horse racing.
I started because when I was younger, I went over to the island when I lived on the island, and my grandfather loved racing and he took me to the racetrack. So that's how I kind of got started. Then when I moved over here, the high school's right above the racetrack. So we'd walk through the parking lot every day when I went home. Next thing you know, me and some friends of mine, grade 12, we'd stop in here and watch a few races. And then we ended up meeting a trainer, driver, which was Ed Hensley. Next thing you know, he wanted to buy a horse, and we kind of got into it, and I really enjoyed it. I mean, always liked the horses. And next thing I know, we had some property out. We moved out to Aldergrove, had some property, and wanted to build a little barn. And he left. He went to California, and we ended up getting a horse, and I liked it. I didn't like working at the sawmill anymore.
Is that where you started?
Yes, I did everything. I worked at Mr. Lube. I worked at. I was a log-in, I was sawmill, I did everything.
At the farm, we're going to take you back a few years. You had a swimming pool there. That's
still going. Yeah, I still swim horses. Yeah, I got 4 or 5 I swim every week that race. I switch it up a lot. A lot of times I'll bring them in here and take a couple different ones out.
When it's muddy, rainy, sometimes snowy, it's just terrible out there. What makes you guys come back and do this sport?
I think what makes it is when you're behind the gate and you're doing 40 miles an hour and there's 3 guys to the left of you and 4 guys to the right of you, and anything can happen. It's an adrenaline rush for sure, and you never know what's going to happen. Every day is a new adventure. Love the horses, love being my own boss, not having to really answer to anybody other than the owners once in a while, but every day is something new.
But I just found out recently that for years you guys never got paid. What was that like?
When I got into it, I think the first year I got into it was the first year we got paid for everything. So before though, it would be tough. I mean, if you got some bad horses that night, you weren't making a dime. At least now with, guaranteed at least $15 or $20 a drive, it makes it a lot easier. But it can be tough. I mean, post position makes a big difference here. And if you get a lot of 8 holes and 7 holes, you ain't making a lot of money.
What's it like on a Friday night last race, knowing you're going to ride a horse, and back then you couldn't make a dime?
Yeah, a lot of people I think just would book off. They just find someone else to drive or didn't want the drive. Now, I mean, you're guaranteed $15 if it's a cheaper race, and so it's not that bad. And for us, we're here anyway. We're here all night, so the last race doesn't really make much of a difference.
So when you see jocks, their jock mount is $75 to one ride. What's that make you guys think?
Yeah, there's a big difference for sure. And it would be nice, but I mean, there's a difference. Their horses race every 3 weeks too, right? I mean, I know for a jock out there, they're driving different horses every week, but for us, I mean, these horses are racing every week. So, $15 ain't too bad. The purses have gone up, but not really accordance to everything else. Everything's gone up. Feed's gone up about 10 times from when I started. They've gone up about 25–30%, whereas feed's gone up about 500%. I mean, it's good. The purses are good right now if we can maintain them, but it's still tough.
Is there a day's pay, or how's that go?
Yeah, that's gone up too. I mean, I think we're up to about 40 a day now, most people. 5% of what the horse makes is just an average, and it's tough. By the time you pay your help and you pay your feed and you pay for everything else, there's not a lot left. $40 sounds like a lot for a day. I mean, I know thoroughbreds are, what are they, 55, 60 a day?
Some 75.
Some 75 a day, but there's not a lot left at the end of the month for sure.
Drivers have agents?
No.
So how do you go about getting your mounts if they're not in your own stable?
Basically word of mouth. Somebody will just put you down. You're friends with everybody around here, so they'll come over and ask you if you drive for them or whatever. Or a lot of times, If I'm driving one in the race that I usually drive for somebody else, and I'm already in there, they have to pick someone else. And I mean, there's not a lot of drivers here. So that's one way you get them too.
Post positions are a killer here, or can be a killer. Can you explain that?
The 7 and 8 hole here is just, it's very, very hard. You're going so fast behind the gate. By the time you basically get going in the race, you're used to tap your horse up. It's a tight turn, and the starting gate goes pretty good. With the rail, you're going pretty slow. It's nice, and it's a long way to come from that 8 hole to get all the way down to that rail and then go the rest of the mile. So the post position here is a big, big factor. The track's got to be in good shape. If it's inconsistent, it makes it very, very tough. Being inconsistent, I'm saying if it's hard in one day and then soft the next day or loose the next day, it makes it tough. But it comes on the track. If the track's good, it makes our job a lot easier.
From a driver's standpoint?
Driver's standpoint, it's good horses. That's what comes down to driving. I mean, anybody can drive a good horse. I mean, it just makes all the difference in the world. If you got to drive bad horses, it makes your job very, very tough. So, I mean, good horses is the way to go for driving.
Thanks for doing this and being so honest. Appreciate it.
Oh, great, thanks.